remember when I first moved to Joburg more than a decade ago, and I went to a braai and there was an Audi A3 parked in the driveway. It was a yellow one. Remember, that was back in the day when they'd just been launched and they came in those really quirky colors, you know, that apple green, the purple, and that pale lemon. And I remember looking at it and looking at the girl who owned it and thinking, that's what I want. When I own an Audi A3, I will have made it. Well, things have moved on since 1998, and no more so than for Audi and its A3. It's gone from being the baby of a family struggling to make its mark in the world of Mercedes and BMW to being just one of many excellent vehicles produced by the Four Rings and outshining its German counterparts in many areas. New A3 is a far cry from the first generation's boxy shape, but does it make as much of an impact at first glance? Well, yes and no. Those new headlamps are hot on the A3, but we've seen them on all the other Audis, so they're not quite as exciting as they could be. At the back, it's also a case of shedding new lights. They look the same as what you get on the A1, the Q3, the Q5, etc., etc., but they do look good. When it comes to styling, Audi is its own worst enemy. The better you become, the better you're expected to be. Audi fans will love it. BMW fans might say they're becoming a little bit tired of that family face and that hereditary sagging bottom. But here's the good part. Aluminium. Aluminium. The new A3 is 80 kilograms lighter than its predecessor, thanks to the use of aluminium in many parts of the chassis and interior as well. And you feel this ultra-lightweight technology in the drive. Oh yes you do. New Audi A3 is very nimble on its feet. The steering is also incredibly light, maybe a little bit too much around town, but very maneuverable. Plenty of power on tap. You've got an integrated electronic limited slip diff, so excellent cornering. It's really the same old Audi A3 that you know, just better. It is on the Golf 7 platform, so you know it's going to be good. Very refined, very quiet, lovely driving experience. There are all new engines in the A3, again using turbos instead of big capacity engines to give you whop loads of power. We're driving the 90 kilowatt 1.4T TSFI manual, which is the baby of the range at this stage, although you can expect a 1.2 with 77 kilowatts to join the range pretty soon. Direct injected and using innovative thermal management along with the start-stop system, you also get excellent fuel consumption, 12% down on the average of the previous model at a claimed 5.2 litres per 100 kilometres. Audi interiors are always lovely, but like their exteriors, they have started to become a little bit boring and predictable. We were very chuffed to see new design elements in the A7, and I'm pleased to say new A3 is also different inside, mainly because it's so pared down, so simplified. Much fewer buttons and the addition of this super flat 7-inch monitor. Stunning. As usual, it is up to Audi's exceptional quality, feel and finish. But in this segment, it's not just about the drive and the looks. Lots of people look to the A3s and 1 Series of the world for a bit more space. The boot is not bad, and thanks to a longer wheelbase, you might find some extra space for rear passengers. New A3 comes in 3 trim levels, and thankfully Audi's finally offering a bit more spec as standard, as in built into the price. Thank you very much. And I'll give a nod to the price too. This model is 274,000 Rand, making it just 10 grand more than its equivalent predecessor and 30,000 Rand more than a similar spec Golf. That's worth paying for. The top of the range 1.8 TSFI Quattro S-Tronic will set you back 350,000 Rand. It was that first generation A3 that really got people sitting up and taking notice of Audi. Not because it was a design masterpiece, but because it introduced a much younger set of people to the Four Rings. As the pens have sharpened at Audi and the cars have got sleeker, sexier and faster, A3 continues to be a massive seller for them. New generation is not going to be any different, not because it's huge leaps forward, but precisely because it isn't. It is still sporty and refined on the inside and out, still loaded with plenty of tech and still drives like a dream. It really is everything you want in a car. Me, I've moved on since 1998, and these days I think I'm looking for something a little bit more unique in my cars. So possibly I'm going to wait for the A class.